I'll tell you right now, I have no idea what was happening in this game a week ago. I don't remember. So let's go ahead and jump in and try to. We were sniffing out communists, I think. Oh yeah, I can still get into the hotel room, which is odd. I think that I can't just like, if I'm not gonna stay here, it won't let me check out. It's kind of weird that I'd even be let back in. We should go down to the harbor. Let's take a look at our tasks. Hi, Miso. Oh, you look so sleepy. Where were you sleeping? I didn't think you'd be joining me this morning because you were not in bed. Where were you? Where were you all night? What were you doing? Were you getting into mischief? Did you sneak out with your cat buddies somehow? Hi, buddy. Opposite of Hotel California, you can leave anytime you like, but you can never check out. You're right. You're right. Complete opposite. Hi, bud. Hey. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know where this cat was. He came to bed with us last night, and then he was not there when I woke up. Sometimes he disappears in the night, but I don't know where he goes. I'm sorry, with the small camera you can't even see him, but I assure you he is quite adorable. Alright. What do we got? Karaoke, don't know. Get yourself organized. Smell the communists, yes. Oh, I can go get the dice. I believe that should be ready by now. It's been 8 hours. I gotta help her with the research project. Did I get back there? I have the copy now. I think that's my next goal. For a long time, if you were at a mic night at a bar, you would leave as soon as you heard the opening notes of Hotel California. It's a good call. Oh, little baby. He's too snuggly. I can't ignore him. Talk to a cell. The egghead puzzle. I don't really care about the egghead puzzle. Start a nightclub. That'll happen with the Suna thing. Prove my authority. It probably ain't gonna happen. No idea about the tattoos. Come on, me. So why don't you lay down? Why don't you lay down, buddy? You just like to sit in the most inconvenient locations. Who made the call? We still don't know that. Don't have a key for that door. All right. We're good. Let's go get some dice. How about that? There you go. Oh, you're so close to laying down. I can tell, Miso. You're so close. Where's my dice?
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Came back to pick him up.
Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice.
Here you go.
This was an especially fun set to make.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand.
Shivers. I don't know what shivers are. Do I have any, You can try that. I don't think I've seen that stat before. Shivers. Anything? +1. +1. Alright, let's try that again. Or I guess for the first time.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Even now?
You feel nothing.
Bad start.
If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
This cat picked a really odd spot to lay down. Okay, there you go. That's better. Better position, right? Not trying to knock you off my lap. Start taking off your clothes. No, we'll just leave it at that.
To idly clean.
We'll leave it at that. Okay. So you're outside having a smoke. A friend came out and said, "I thought you left." They were playing Hotel California. There was I know the one place that I went to regularly that had karaoke. There was this shitty, like really shitty bar. By an old apartment I had. And there was a lady who would come in every time for karaoke, and every single time she would sing Roxanne by the Police. Every single time. Wonder how she's doing these days, because that bar's gone. I hope she had a backup. Okay, I have my dice. Let's go back and it's her song. Maybe her name was Roxanne. Singing Roxanne on the street corner for nickels. I forgot about these two hooligans. Rainy day today. You know, I just saw a story, I think yesterday, while I was at home, that there was the lawsuit behind the producer and the dev company of this game, right? That was dropped. I believe that's been settled. I didn't read the whole story, but strange feeling, it passes quickly. Okay. I have to look into that more. Wait, did I already give you the backup? So acrimonious, yes. Did not, wasn't it basically like ensuring that there wasn't going to be a sequel?
Yes, what is it?
The original author, a few other key employees left too, yeah. Oh, I think I already gave it to her, didn't I? How's the project going?
What did you say?
How's it going?
Hear you. The music is too loud.
She
Okay.
shrugs and turns back to her radio computer.
We're close. True, hard, full car.
Is it?
Hard car. Skipper D, skipper danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this.
Oh man.
We're close. True, hard, full.
What if you just say nothing, say nothing, say nothing, still say nothing, say
Furrows his
nothing?
brow.
Hard car. Ah. Is it though? But is it?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here.
I am the mic and force.
Man.
We're close. True, hard, internally. All car, all right.
He furrows.
Hard. The question is, what is the question? But there was no.
Damn it, man.
True. Hard in all.
He furrowed.
Hard. The question is, what? But there was a question.
Spoilers remain, huh? Alright, I'll wait until I beat it. Warehouse raves hype man.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000.
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner. It's just jazz hands. Can you imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000?
Ecstatic vibrations. Totally transcendent. Now, the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Let's ask Suna. I feel like well, actually, let's ask Cell.
How about something simple, like the club?
Wow, that's boring.
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
About Suna.
I don't.
Great
Good.
name.
We have too many opinions anyway.
We have one opinion. What do you
The
think?
name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Let's call it the shithole.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
What does Egghead think? Probably just hardcore.
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
All right, what about Noid?
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia! It's not amnesia, guys.
Kim?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
Thanks, Kim. Helpful
An
as
underground
always.
place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
You have? Well, what's the name?
No truce with the Furies. I thought it said furries at first. How about Disco Elysium?
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead. No, it's beautiful.
Okay, Egghead.
Beautiful and brave, like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
What you doing, Andre? If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. I'm pretty sure that's the dance. We should talk about it.
Yes, my man.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better. But there's a noticeable lack of something.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen at all. What's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Wonderful.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway. Goodbye.
All right. So I must have I opened some white checks by buying the dice. Interesting. Forgot about the gun.
Yes, what is it?
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree.
Cool.
But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead.
For what?
For getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got
Yes,
the
I think
stage
we can
under
get to know each other,
control.
but first I think you
Sauna,
should know that I'm a...
programmer. She's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio
Modulate
computer
doesn't
of hers.
fucking care.
She doesn't talk to us much.
Ron, thank you for
And the crab
26
man
months. Thank you
doesn't
very
show
much.
himself, thank God.
Now can you tell me?
You helped us out. I can repay the favour.
Hey, I completed a task.
What do you want to know?
What's the deal with
What do you mean?
Egghead? What do you think he's doing when he
Oh,
yells all
that.
that stuff?
He's the party boy.
Party boy.
Melodic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
Where's he from?
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really.
Huh.
One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City. Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City.
Okay, it was
took
Coal
us 2
City. We
days to
get
walk
it.
back to the fore. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us. Or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two.
Probably don't need to be shining the flashlight in everyone's
You should have
eyes.
been there.
All right,
Who do
the
you wanna know
others.
about?
How about Suna?
Ah, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins. And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic. Oh,
What
the
about Crabman?
Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the Crabman. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on. Beats
Talks to
me.
Noid.
Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
What does he do?
Who knows? He doesn't really answer our
They
questions.
can't see who I am.
Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower?
Thank
Who
you.
do you want to know about?
What about Andre?
He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least.
She rubs her sides, but not from cold. Her shoulders are relaxed. She must have taken a hit, or she's on an upswing.
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
Was he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high.
Yeah, no, sure. On his mother's love.
Yes. Anyway.
Is that your boyfriend?
Yes.
Tell me about
Who
the
do you
others.
want to know about?
Noid.
He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yes.
He's a carpenter,
Oh.
trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that, in a shop somewhere.
What kind of
He
mindset?
abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have
By
to
the
ask him
hardcore.
yourself.
And
Sir,
you?
I abide by the law.
Uh-huh,
A
yeah.
strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her than she lets on.
What about the pilgrimage?
It's just something poor Forberg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible. I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't.
Okay, then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
Need to continue drinking, but thank you.
Yeah, I hope you do. Who do you want to know about?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Yeah.
I told you, I'm a silver bird.
Mm-hmm. What
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
Should have channeled my inner Kuno. Yeah, I thought about it. There's more to you than you let on.
Alright. There is.
Fair enough.
Thank you. Sure.
Catch the silver bird. Reaction speed? I don't have very good reaction speed. Maybe I can adjust my reaction speed. +1. -1, we don't want that. Wow, that's the best I can do, huh? Got 2 skill points. Can level it up twice.
Welcome back.
No chance.
The silver
Yeah.
bird has already flown away.
Shame. Who have I not talked to here? I don't think I've talked to Noid.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
Yeah, you're
One
welcome.
sharp up.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
Better here than the tent.
Okay.
2 wolves, Kuno and Kuno S.
What he means is, you're right, actually. The tent was a safety hazard, and this place was deserted anyway.
What do you think about the
It's
church?
a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
How old do you think it is?
320 years, a little more. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something. I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more
Good morning, Grivedex.
fundamental.
He means something paranatural. He must...
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
I'm Miso. You're a carpenter
I don't
yourself.
say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveler. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance community these days. The
Got it.
material knowledge is mega though. Guild shit. Teaches independence.
What do you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total. I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, Cop Man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away.
Good one.
They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
Where is that
A
from?
Sarais man who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother.
Religion has stopped being
Never
hardcore.
was. A 3,000-year-old regime of history, built by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false to the core. Anodic dance music. Regular dance music.
Am I still
wasn't
dying? No,
hard
not
enough.
really.
And yes, I do.
Still have some, you know, residual symptoms that don't want to let go,
you know
but
what this kind of stuff goes well with.
otherwise feeling good. Would you be on drugs for
Only a
that?
little.
Cool.
It's a necessity. All large human gatherings are narcotic. It's just the way of the spinal cord.
Good old spinal cord.
There is a difference between narcotics and group elation. One kills you, the other does not.
The supercharged humanism that the innocentric system has been feeding us on giant city squares, that's not a drug. The sugar and wheat it feeds us is healthy.
Forget it. It would become an imbecilic discussion. You two continue. It's more hardcore that way.
Thank you, Kim.
He does not feel left out. In fact, he probably just wanted to say hardcore.
How are you settling
Hard
in?
to say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crab man though. Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us. Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hardcore, man. And the mother's love is the hardest core of all.
Right on.
The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
Why are you suspicious about everything?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called Noid anyway? I assume it's because he steals Domino's pizzas.
It's short for paranoid. A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion.
What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
This is a good, dangerous line of questioning. You should prod him on.
What are the most suspicious
I don't
things?
Have a top 10 list
Maybe it
of
was
things
Pizza
I'm
Hut, I don't
most
remember.
of, but if I had one,
I was
left,
second
right
guessing it in my head
combination
before I
would be
said it.
number one. Number two would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Yo, Noid. It is Domino's. I was right. According to Wikipedia. It's raining. What am I looking at for weather today? Outside of the world of Revachol. Currently 40 degrees. Today, what do we got? Late Thursday night, maybe some snow. Some rain. All right. I am in fact alive. How's it going, Globo? The left-right complex would be one. Sole accomplishment. Blah blah blah. Pig wheat. What is suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
Our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
Okay. It's bad about cereal
Yes,
grain.
having food is means to an end, but the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
All right. What about left-right business?
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's
Noid
real
is
centerpiece of
exhausting.
this mythology.
Does this mean you're mentally ill?
Illness is a term the powers use to homogenise
Oh, boy.
people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill, a suspicious element.
That was
His
stimulating.
eyes flicker.
What did Tiago tell you about the church?
Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
I mean, there are dead bodies here.
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
Of course, metaphorical.
Encasement, confinement of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the Crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world
Thanks,
shit
dude.
the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way
Feeling
to
much
deal
better.
with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it.
Contain what?
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either. What it does.
Huh.
But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure.
A hole?
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
This building seems less than structurally
No.
sound.
It's pretty fucking unsound, if you ask me. They should have built a club for Nordic music.
This guy should be like
instead.
supporting the, you know, checking the integrity and supporting the structure of the building. He's a carpenter after all.
Nordic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with.
It also might knock down the damn walls.
And if it can't,
Literally bring down the
well,
house. What makes you think Suna's gonna
seems
fail?
to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
Sure, the doomed commercial area. What does he got to say about that?
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
There's any merit to
I
the theater
dunno.
theory?
Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited-size person.
All right, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
You can figure things out, cop man.
Probably not.
I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
True life.
But life is true if it's free from fear, an internal division among oneself. And others, mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
Right.
I would much rather
All right, I'm
tell
so
you
done
about
talking to this
true
guy.
life than this.
Shit ton of voice acting. I wonder how long, like, how many hours of audio they had. Like, if you look at every dialogue line, there really is so much.
Yes.
Poor Suna.
What is it?
Do I have any, like, updates on that at all? Help Suna with her projects. Check up on her project after they've moved in. Okay, I tried doing that. Can I get them to, like, turn it off briefly?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass.
All right, all right.
The mother of humanism stands above you. Nothing.
Come
Just the
on.
edge of the crack sparkles in the dark. There may
Whatever.
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Car. It's hard car. Skibberdy. Skibber.
your cop training.
There's got to be just, like, one
True.
path.
Hard. Full. Car. Hard car. Hard car to the meg. Here comes the night. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Car. It's hard car. Skibberdy.
Your cop
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the damn.
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Car. Hard car. Yeah. Spinning out lip and the matter lyrics like. We're close. True. Hard. Hard car. Yeah. Lucky Earth.
All right.
We're close. True. Hard. Hard car to the meg. Here comes the night.
Okay. I'm gonna exhaust all the options.
Hard car to internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's the message.
Exhaust every
True.
option until something else happens.
Internally, all car. All. Gotta get the people going. Yeah. Request. True. Hardcore. Internally. Gotta get the. I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a
True on
party
the
boy.
track. Watch your.
No. Come on.
We're close. True. Hot. All car. Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. It's.
What's a party boy?
Party 25/7.
Okay. Still nothing.
True. Hardcore. Internally. All car.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
So hardcore. It
What
is.
it? I mean, really.
The question is, what is the
No, but
question?
seriously, I'm a
Hey!
bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
How do you like the church?
Yeah! Back on the case! No disgrace! Bring it down to party
What's up, Black Dog?
place!
Indomie noodles? We could go for some noodles right now.
The first page of the second chapter!
What are you worried about?
Nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like
Is he doubting his
music
hardcoreness?
is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
Sure, super.
Fuck yeah, I knew it.
He seems sure, but you are left with the nagging doubt you might have overestimated the hardcoreness of that jam.
You a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
You a communist?
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah, with a rebel yell.
But communism is the truth.
I could be a communist. If you want that, do you want me to be a communist?
Please don't turn him into a communist. Oh yeah.
I can't laugh
turn
because
him
then I
into a
start
communist.
coughing.
Come on, it would be super.
Be a communist. All right, tell me something else.
Communism rules the nation.
Right on, comrade.
Here comes the sun.
You could swear you feel the bright future of the working classes reflected off Jermaine Egghead's giant smile and right onto your face. Revolution
Man,
makes your toes curl.
Converting people to communism is super easy. Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love.
Nobody say funny things or I'll die. I don't think you have to worry about that from chat. Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Okay.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on, because I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good, like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
Great. All right, see ya.
All right! Here comes the night!
Look at this Charlie Brown bullshit that he's got going on here. Hocked up a clot so big it was a map of his lungs. I don't think I want to look that up. All right. Well, we'll have to go back there at some
Winter,
point.
slow to let go of Revachol. Flex some more wet snow from above.
I know that. Yeah, that seems familiar.
The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
How does
The
it
melting
feel?
snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. At least your hair is protected from getting wet and sticking together. You look around.
Haven't I already looked around to the west, east, north, and south? All right, let's go west.
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
Beyond
the
that.
waters turn black. Cold
All right, see you later,
city
Val.
in the shadow of San Martin. A boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol. No more.
I'll work on
The
it.
coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet. Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal.
This is going to be a long
Revachol's underground
thing, isn't it?
cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume, where the Philippian kings were interred with their doctors and their admirals. Mausoleums, burial chambers, leaf gold still remains on the double door of the morning. Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper. After rubies, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty.
This might be the rest
Did
of
someone
stream.
say untold quantities of cocaine? Drop everything immediately and go looking for this hoard.
Deeper.
After rubies, melchiorite,
We already
2
did that.
kilometers. The
Uh-huh.
mausoleum. Did
Cocaine.
someone say few petit rats return from the shafts? Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
All right, well, that's one direction. East.
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds. Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
Further.
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects
Yes, I think we can
off
get to know
its
each other,
hood.
but first I think you should know that I'm a...
North.
An abandoned church that's
Hank
being turned
streaming in the
into
morning.
a dance club.
Outrageous.
4 years
I know,
of
right?
hard
It's
work,
unheard of.
making it
Dwight,
ever
thank you for the
harder.
38 months. Thank you so much. It's been a few days, hasn't it? Further
A
north.
serpentine strip of land weaving its way
Feeling better,
into
though.
the Martinez Inlet.
Finally. It's long
Unfortunates
enough.
on the run from the law, from themselves. Sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
And on the islets?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
So the rich people are to the north?
The remains of further out. Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far. The Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest.
Wow.
Water, air brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild Pines, Zam, Morian, and at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the Coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
South.
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
The Pox
was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since.
Okay.
The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off. Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace. A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic
I think it's just the British spelling, as far as I know.
Holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning. Snow falls to the utility district, the library, the florist, the
You thought I was narrating? No,
restaurant
no.
that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothel.
My voice is nowhere near this enchanting.
The chop shops of the Zemlyaki.
Streaming this game and reading all the dialogue would shred one's throat. Yeah, I would sound even worse than I do now. I tried to read everything.
All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers. A chill comes over you,
Okay.
crawling down your back.
Now just
The
above and
sand
below.
under your feet is wet.
Remember how we were saying there's so
Somewhere
much
in the
dialogue
south,
in this game, like voice
tarpaulin
acting?
flap in the wind.
Like, this is just all for just going outside.
More
Not even
coalition
talking to anybody.
aerostatics. Occasionally, lights flash as they maneuver through the falling snow. One large airship carries crates in its belly.
What's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Cimmerillion levels of world building. Tell me a secret of the sands.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it.
Yeah, I'm probably
But
never
who
gonna
knows?
find that.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
You don't remember doing that? I wonder what triggers that exactly. Just being outside at the right time or something? Huh. I don't know that I ever came all the way up here. Oh yeah, there's the trap. Okay, so this is where the cryptozoologist was. You don't care for the narrator? Huh. I like his voice, but he does read a little slow for my taste. I would probably end up skipping a lot of the dialogue if I was playing this without streaming it. You read faster than he talks. Yep. There you go. Oh, I can never find my way out of this area. Here we go. You know, I bet Idiot Doom Spiral is a communist.
Tequila Sunset.
Got any more stories?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
Here.
Not much, but it will do. The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez.
Ooh. Have a good one, Company Nudes.
I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Koran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Council of Drunks.
Are you telling the story of the headless...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same
And shut up, Val levels of energy.
1,000 times.
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see? A headless man, wearing a fawn tracksuit, riding a horse. That's right, it's the headless fawn rider.
Oh
no! Rumored to be searching for his legendary fawn cap that went missing when he lost his head.
I have a figurine.
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the headless fawn rider riding on the back of another headless man.
Super spooky.
Yes. According to legend, young Gertrude Het had to endure years of psychotherapy before she was able to look at a horse or tracksuit again. And she's one of the lucky ones. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless fawn rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Oh no?
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary. They were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it.
I've read the case file. But please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula de Ponte and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box.
Don't turn around.
Don't turn around.
When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless Falm Rider. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound. Her body is never recovered.
Bum, bum, bum. All right, what did the case file say?
Ula de Ponte became the prime suspect in the disappearance of Eva Delgado. De Ponte maintained that it was the so-called headless Fallen Rider and that she ran, fearing for her life. During the investigation, it became apparent that there was a love triangle, the third party being some small-time businessman. I don't remember the exact details. The leading theory was that an argument broke out on the jetty and De Ponte pushed Delgado into the canal, then cooked up this stupid cover story. No, she committed suicide before she could be taken into custody. They found her in the bathroom with a rifle, her face slowly peeling off the ceiling.
God damn, Kim.
Not a pretty scene.
Man, that's some grisly detail. Oh well, here's to another case closed. Anyway, that's the story of the Headless Falm Rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
Who was it before he died?
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though.
This person's voice has like something about like the cadence of his voice. I couldn't figure out what it was that was familiar. It sounds slightly like Peter Dinklage. Just his manner of speaking.
Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover.
It's like Tyrion telling a story.
Gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost found cap, plotting revenge.
O headless brother, where art thou?
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
I mean, maybe it could just also be that he's a drunk storyteller too. So
even decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport. Are you that committed?
Nope.
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
Oh, there's Miso.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly. That's how I know it's right. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
All right, what became of him?
Knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
Ooh, should we go there at midnight?
He won't, though, because it's just a stupid legend.
All right, Kim. Party pooper.
Hi, I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
Talk to me again when you see me when you're sober. See him when you're sober, rather. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Same voice actor as the limbic system, ancient reptilian brain, and Don't Call Abigail. Miso, sit down. Don't call Abigail. Let me out. Let me out. Oh my god. There you go. You can sit on the arm. It's a good spot for you. You can stare at me and make me feel guilty for not feeding you. Great. You're doing a great job. Perfect. Oh, this fucking cat. Don't yawn in my... Alright, let's head down to the, yes, the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Hey, buddy. Don't go scratch the couch, though. Watching you. And the necktie. Let's talk to this guy. How do you feel about communism, my friend?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk to the...
All
Sure,
right.
mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
Never mind. What does Everard have to say? I haven't talked to him. I need to talk to the drivers, too. Horrific necktie is a good Twitch handle. That would be a good one. No, I don't want to talk to Kim. I don't want to talk to Kim. I'm trying to go into the damn container, but Kim, you're in the way, man. What's this? Alright. Money. Person was too happy. Leo's always happy.
Yes,
Leo's pretty cool.
Of course. Now we're on the right track.
We are?
It smells like
bacon.
We're getting crates and pallets calling to mind. Vast stands of winter pines. A swirl of ancient odors absorbed by heavy carpet fibers. But also a pervasive, treacly sweetness that somehow reminds you of cola nuts. The whole place could probably use a good deep cleaning, you think?
Probably.
The lieutenant gives you a sharp, sideways look. Meanwhile, Everard Clare clatters away on his typewriter, willfully indifferent to your presence.
I like how it just says THC in the bottom right. I guess, is that supposed to mean thought cabinet? Yeah, okay. It's short for thought cabinet. Let's unlock a slot and start working on something. some kind of superstar. Mazovian socioeconomics, regular law official, indirect modes of taxation, fair weather T500. Sure. Let's do the Terminator shit. All right, Mr.
Dubois,
Everard.
I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes.
Wonder how the corrupt union leader feels about communism.
Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
Looking for a cell of underground communists.
Mr. Dubois, really? Do I look like a man who has time for underground communists? I'm as above ground as it gets.
He's got you there. You've got to be 10 or 12 meters up, at least. That's all you're going to get out of him, it appears.
Now, was there anything else you wish to discuss today?
No. Thought there'd be more down here at the docks, but... Or at the harbor. You know what we should do is we should hit this button. That'd be fun.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. To marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
On.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Kim, how do you feel about me doing that?
With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What's inside?
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
I knew you wanted to. Kim's been looking at this crane the entire game. Do we push the other one? Let's go look at it first.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
I think there's something special about this one.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Yep.
You do? Because I don't.
Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective. Just like all the others.
When I'm right, you're gonna
We are not here to interact
feel
with
bad.
containers. We are here to talk to the union, right?
Right, let's open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your
Dang.
left, the lieutenant considers your actions.
Knock.
No reply. The
course.
knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Alright, we need rhetoric. Convince the door to open. You can do it, right? Come on, rhetoric. Okay, +1.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If
Oh,
anything,
wow.
It seems to have grown slightly.
Go.
Why are you even trying?
Look how
to
close
open
that
the door with
was.
rhetoric?
5 and 6. Come on, man. Ugh. That hurts. Getting physical wasn't an option.
What wasn't an option?
Never
Are
mind.
you satisfied, detective?
No. Not at all. All right, what happens if we press the other
A
button?
rusting crane does not return to its original.
Okay. What's in the box? What's in the box? Okay, it's about that time. I gotta get going to work. I think we're gonna call it there. I do want to get into that box now. All of a sudden, though, I really want to get in there. But we'll save here and continue this tomorrow. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's good to be back. Finally made it to stream. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your Thursday.